I'm going to be using 3 stones to hone this handmade, hand-forged, hand-smelted razor. I have a piece of Shapton tape on it. This is the Shapton 2000 that I'm going to set the bevel. This is a hard suita, and this is a softer suita. I'm going to set these 2 suitas aside. I'm going to carry the razor over to my microscope. And this is how my bevel looks at this stage. I'm going to zoom in. And you can see that these scratches are very regular and that there is a very rough false edge up the top portion where the edge of the razor is. Let me pull this down just a little bit. And if you actually can look closely, there is a distinct area there where the steel has folded over back and forth, and it's very weak and ragged, and that would represent an area about the width of this pen. The weakened steel bleeds down and away from the edge, so it would be approximately that thickness. From here to here is about 120 microns. So next I'm going to let me take a photo of that. I can use my in-house camera here. Okay, so this is the bevel set. I have the photo down here, number 18. So, back to the work at hand. So, we're done with the Shapton. I'm going to bring in the Okudo. This is a level 9++ stone on my up to 10++ scale, and I'm going to use a diamond plate. This is a relatively worn out diamond plate. It's an Atama number 600, and I'm going to raise a slurry, or number 400. I'm sorry. This is what I call a skim milk slurry. And I'm going to use approximately 40 strokes, or enough to actually get the edges where I want them, which is more or less scratch free of the diagonal scratches. So I'll just do a series of edge leading, which helps to refine that ragged edge, and then I'll do a series of circles which helps to refine the flat portion of the bevel near the base of the bevel all the way up to the edge of the bevel. Okay, based on my trial and errors, I think that will be pretty close to where we want the finish on the edge or on the bevel to look. But we'll check it out on the microscope. Okay, so I have a switch on my microscope here. Allows me to switch back and forth between what I view in the binocular and what we can each view on my computer screen. Okay, so here is how the bevel is looking right now, and especially at the edge, it's cleaned up quite a bit, and we'll scroll along and look for other areas. You can see there's no diagonal scratches anywhere along here. There are some remnants of it could be the Shapton when I used it before, or something like that. But all these scratches will come out at some point. And I'll take a photo of that too. You focus in really good. So that's photo number 19. I would like to go back to that sort of scratch-free area over here that we began at. Here's the base of the bevel right here on this razor. This is where the bright polished hollow ground area is on this razor. And these black spots are silica. It's a sand product of silica. And so I'm going to scroll up, focus in, and I'll take a good photo of that too. And that's photo number 20. Okay, generally we're going to be working on the edge, so we'll keep that in mind. Those sand particles do not affect the shaving quality of this razor in any way. In fact, this is the best razor I've ever shaved with. It's my very best razor. So we'll put that stone out of the way. Okay, this is also a suita. It's a little bit softer. This is probably a level 8 plus on my scale of 10, which is relatively soft. Most people would avoid buying a stone like this, but I'm happy to have it. Okay, so I'm going to be following a procedure here now. You can see how much easier it was to raise a slurry. It didn't take so much effort. So I'm going to do 3 sets of 20 strokes, and I'm going to palm strop in between the 20 sets. So, and these are going to be straight on strokes like this. I'm saving the slurry there. Okay, palm stropping does have a positive effect on on razors, and it almost doesn't matter how hard the razor is. There's just more or less effect. This razor is rated about 63 HR. So there's 40. And for we're just going to look at this razor in the microscope again, and I'll show you what types of effects palm stropping can have on a razor's edge. Okay, believe it or not, this is the same razor. The suita did its work, and the palm stropping helped quite a bit. The contrast scale goes way up if I go expose too much. Okay, so there's the same razor after 20 strokes, or 21 strokes actually, on the suita. And with palm stropping, 40 passes on palm stropping. So you can see we've got quite a lot more refinement on the edge there. And the scratches are totally different than how we began. If you'll remember, with the bevel set, and I'll draw up that photo of the bevel set scratches. This is how we began this whole process with a bevel set at 2000 grit. Okay, so I'm going to take a photo of the edge as it sits right now. And that's photo number 21. We'll go back to the stone. So as I said, we're going to do 3 sets of 21. I said 20 the first time, but I meant 21. With palm stropping in between. I'm using a linen, piece of linen. It's an antique napkin, linen napkin. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to palm strop this razor again. Okay, again 40 strokes. And and one more time we'll view the edge here. Much the same as we were looking at in our last view. So the edge is becoming super keen. All those diagonal scratches are gone. And take a picture of that. So this will be the last set of 20. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse off the stone. So it's essentially has no slurry on it anymore. And I'm going to incorporate water-only strokes. Actually, there's one more step I want to do firsthand, or next, and that is I'm going to strop it with Kanayama and Kanayama linen. I'm going to do 40 passes on this. Now I'm back to the stone, suita. And as I said, there's no slurry on it anymore. And we're just going to do 10 water-only strokes. And the passes are going to be just a matter of a few centimeters. Okay, and now back to the strop again. It's going to be first canvas and then leather. It's just a little wet there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a hanging hair test. Consequently, I have my hair over there, but I'll bring it over to the workbench here, sharpening bench, and I do want to get close enough so that we can maybe actually see the hanging hair test in action. I'm going to get some more hair. Okay, so this is lady's hair, and it measures out at about 120 microns in diameter. That was an effortless HHT5, and I'm holding the hair that's well about an inch, maybe even a little bit more. Three-quarters of an inch where I was holding it. But these are very positive results. There's no effort to get a HHT out of this razor, and I shave with this razor on a fairly regular basis, and I'm telling you, this is the best razor I've ever shaved with. It's not only smooth, the smoothness part comes from the honing technique, but also from the quality of the steel. The blacksmith has given me this sharpening program to test out with this razor, and a suggestion of stones, and I'm sold on the whole program here. It's just remarkable. I'll hold this, let's say, 2 inches away. that was being held at 2¼ inches from where it touched the steel. And that's pretty remarkable. With some razors, that's going to be maybe too close of an edge for some people. But with this particular razor, the comfort zone is so wide that even if it's not this sharp, this is still a comfortable razor to hone with. It just so happens it is sharper than almost any razor I've ever worked on. It's just the way it is. I guess it's dialed in. Okay, thanks for watching my video.